because Stacy has baseball and softball.
Yeah, Wednesday, that's the Wednesday, Stacy will be there, she's got things.
So how are you guys feeling today?
And this is the first time I felt halfway normal in about a month.
Yeah, you sound better. That's good.
I don't think I blew my nose once today.
Good morning. Oh, good morning, I said. Hi. Oh, jeez. It's been a day, too. Is Tyler here too? Oh, yeah. All right. All right. We can go ahead and start listening to, paying attention to the sound of our breath, and just trying to quiet the mind. Press both palms together at the heart center and let the chin sink to the chest, and set an intention for your practice this evening. Just thinking about what you hope to get out of your time on the mat. And lift the head. We can rest the hands gently on the knees and begin. Imagine that you have a pencil and you're making a circle on the mat underneath you. So begin making circles with your rib cage. Make them wider and wider. Get into those hips. Loosen up the spine. We'll go in the opposite direction. And return to neutral with a nice long spine, shoulders stacked over the hips. Starting from the waist, we're going to twist towards the left. Our right hand will come to that left knee. The left hand is just directly behind us as we look over that left shoulder for a gentle spinal twist. Keep your legs relaxed. And we'll come through center and twist to the right. And back to center. Switch which foot you have in front. right hand all the way up and over. Relax the left elbow as you do your side stretch. Right hip is heavy. Bring that right hand behind the right ear. And you'll let the elbow come down towards the earth and open up. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Extend that arm long up into the sky, and we'll come all the way back up to neutral once more. Left hand will reach up and over, stretching to the right. Relax that right elbow, keep those shoulders open, relaxing the knees. And we'll draw that left hand behind the left ear. Bring the elbow down towards the earth and open up. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Extend that hand up to the sky, and we'll come back up to center. Right leg will come out. Bless you. Flex the toes on the right foot. The right hand is in front of that leg, and we'll stretch over that leg. As we come up through center, we'll plant the left hand, rotate up onto that left knee. Right hand is going to reach up and over into a supported side plank. Find your balance, so maybe lift that right leg up. And lower the leg. And we're coming all the way down. Extend the left leg wide as we come into a straddle. Try to sit up nice and tall. Tilt that pelvis forward. Point and flex the feet. And you find the stretch that feels good this evening. If you want to just walk the hands slightly forward, and that already feels good, you can stay put right here. If it feels better and you want to try to go a little bit further, start to soften those elbows. And relax. Every exhale, just think about the idea of surrendering. And let's walk the hands back and draw the right foot in. Flex the toes on the left foot, and we'll stretch over that left leg. Shoulders stay open. As we stretch all the way up and over, we're going to plant the hand onto the right side as we roll up onto the right knee. And we'll come into a supported side plank. your balance. Lower that left foot, and we'll lower down to the earth. Draw your left foot into the right, bringing the soles of the feet together, and we'll sit in a cobbler pose or extended bow, keeping that spine nice and long. If you want to grab a hold of the shins or the ankles, maybe the toes, whatever feels comfortable to you tonight. And with your next exhale, we're just going to relax as we fold over the feet. Surrender once more. And we'll roll back up to a straight back. Knees come together, slide the feet out into our staff pose. Flex those toes. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing a hold of whatever you can or want to. And exhale, relax. Roll back up to our seated position. Draw your right foot in, give it a good hug. And yes, we're gonna do our seated spinal twist. So let it cross over that left leg, giving it a hug, and look over that right shoulder. You can keep the right hand behind you so that you're making sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Or if you want this time, maybe wrap the right arm around the back. As you release the bind, we're going to twist all the way to the opposite wall. Rotate that right foot so it's also pointing towards that wall. And lifting the right hip, we're going to shift down onto our forearms and just relax. Press your way back up. Let that right knee open up. And we're gonna draw the left foot in, not super close this time. We're gonna keep it a little bit away from the body because as we keep the palms down, we're gonna try to lift the hips up into what would be a tabletop, but we have our figure four with that right leg. And go ahead and lower back down. Heel toe that left foot over towards the right and let it open up. And we'll slide that right leg over the left. Any version of stacked logs, or if you just want to go into an easy pose here, that would be perfect. All right, our arms will come out to the T. We're going to cross that left arm over the right, bend the right arm, wrap that left around until your palms touch. Lift the elbows so they're in line with the shoulders as we do eagle arms. Inhale, look up. And just bring it back to neutral. Open the arms, maybe shake them out. Untangle those legs. And let's return to our staff pose, straight out, flexed feet. Draw the left knee in, give it a good hug. And we'll have it cross over that right leg. Right arm, we'll give it a hug. And either put that left arm, the left hand behind you to keep your spine nice and tall, or maybe wrap it around your back. Releasing the bind, we're going to rotate the foot and rotate our twist to the opposite side. Lean down until you're on your forearms, and yes, lift that left hip up off of the mat and just try to relax. Press our way back up. And as we straighten the hips out, we're gonna let the left knee open up. Draw the right foot in towards the body so we can do that reverse tabletop with the figure four legs. So we're gonna press the hips up. Lower back down. Heel toe the right foot over towards the left side, and then we'll slide that left foot to stack on top of the right leg. Arms come out to the side in a T. Our right arm will cross over the left. Bend that left arm around, wrap the right arm around until our palms touch, and lift the elbows to be in line with the shoulders. And go ahead and look up, lift those elbows a little bit higher. And then come back to neutral. Release the arms, we'll release the legs, and windshield wiper here. Take your time so you can really loosen those hips. And once you feel good, we're going to go ahead and swing the legs around, and we're going to come to a tabletop position, finding all fours. Line the wrist up with the shoulders. The knees should be lined up with the hips. Engage your core. Shoulders are actively pressing away from the earth. And we'll go right into our cat-cow breathing. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward, coming into cow. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone and the chin, arching the back up into cat. Inhale, return to cow. And just keep going back and forth between the two poses, following your natural breath. We'll finish one more set and meet in a neutral spine. Extend your right leg out long behind you so it's parallel to the earth, and the left hand, so we find a balancing table. We're going to draw that left elbow back into a cactus and the right knee forward into a fire hydrant, and then extend them long. And we'll do it 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to neutral. We'll repeat on the other side, so extend that left leg long, and then the right hand forward. Cactus the arm, fire hydrant the leg, and straighten. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come back to neutral. Let the toes touch. Walk those knees as wide as the mat. Sink the hips back to the heels. Slide the hands forward as far as you can, and then you can rest the forehead on the mat. If that's not comfortable for your shoulders or your back tonight, you can just stack your arms underneath your forehead and hang out in your version of a child's pose. And we'll roll back up to tabletop. Line the knees back up with the hips. Bring that right hand so it's back behind the right ear. Really engage your core here. And we're gonna let the right elbow come down to that left arm, and then open up as wide as you can, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And as we're opened up, go ahead and let that right arm reach to the sky. Thread underneath that left arm, coming to your left shoulder. I'm sorry, right shoulder. I have to do it at least once each time, right? And then reach either to the top of your mat, or maybe wrap around. Whatever feels good tonight. As you untangle, press into your mat with that left hand, and then we'll plant the right hand. Left hand will come back behind the left ear, and bring that left elbow down to the right arm. Open up as wide as you can. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend that left hand up to the sky. Thread underneath the right, coming to your left shoulder, and either reach to the top of your mat with that right hand, or maybe reach around behind you, grabbing the inside of that left thigh. As you untangle, plant that right hand down to the mat, followed by the left. You can walk the hands forward, And then just roll your body down to your mat. Keep your hands so that they're aligned with the rib cage. And we'll press right back up to a cobra, keeping the elbows pressing in and the shoulders pressing down. Think about lengthening the spine. Don't just let it curl. You want it to be nice and long. And go ahead and exhale as you lower back down. Inhale, press up to cobra. And lower to your mat. And last one, press up to cobra. This time, pull the hips up, tuck your toes, and press all the way up to a downward facing dog. Press one heel in at a time to walk your dog out. And once your legs start feeling good, you can find your stillness in your downward facing dog. Your ears should be in line with your upper arm, looking out past your feet. Press those heels down towards the mat. Soften the knees and walk the feet up to the hands. And we'll gently hold a ragdoll forward fold here. Give it a little rock and roll here. Let the head hang. You can keep your hands on the mat for stability. Maybe grab opposite elbows. And begin to roll all the way up to a standing position. Your head will be the last thing that comes up. As the energy flows down our backs, make sure we have our tailbones tucked under. And it makes its way all the way to where we're rooted to the earth. All four corners of the foot should have equal weight distribution. The energy flows up the front. Engage the thighs so they're lifting off of the knees. Engage your core. And our shoulders are pressing down and back. Inhale, both hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, and we'll step back to a downward facing dog. Feel free to lower your knees and go into your tabletop here if this is too much of an inversion. Lift that right leg out behind you into your three-legged dog, keeping your hips and your shoulders square to the earth. And we'll draw that knee in to the nose. Swing your foot through for a low lunge, making sure that that knee stays in line with the ankle. That you're light on your fingertips. And go ahead and lower the back knee. Lift up to your crescent. We're going to pivot that left foot so that we can go right into our warrior two here. Lower that left hand to the supported side plank. And again, go into your balance. If you want to stay here, you can, or we're going to add a bind this time. So bend that right knee, grab the top of your foot with that right hand, and press the foot into the hand. Release your foot. And we're going to come all the way up. Right hand will come down that right leg into a gate pose. And we're going to pivot so that that left foot comes out and we go directly into our half split. Shift your weight forward. Go ahead and raise that back knee into a low lunge. And we'll bring that right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the right foot, lift that left leg up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee to the nose. Swing your foot through for your low lunge. Drop your back knee. Lift up to your crescent. Really sink into your crescent to open up that right hip flexor, maybe going into your back space. Pivot the right foot. Open the arms out to the side, warrior two. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left reaches up and over. Go ahead and do your balance once more, and you can stay here, or bend that left knee, grab a hold of the left foot with the left hand, and do your bind. Release the foot, and as we pivot the right foot back over, we're going to go right into our half split. So that left leg stays straight. Oh, I forgot the gate pose, didn't I? Sorry. Gate pose. So we're gonna side stretch over that left leg. Left hand is down that leg. Right hand is up and over. And now we'll pivot all the way over that left leg. Unpivot that right leg and relax into your half split. Shift your weight forward. We'll lift the back knee, low lunge, and bring your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Bend both knees deeply and look to the top of your mat. Make your way there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. We'll bring our hands through heart center. Open up alongside with the palms facing forward. Mountain pose. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands. Step back to your downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the left foot. Right foot raises, three-legged dog. Draw your knee to the nose. And as we swing the foot in between the hands, we'll lift up to a high lunge or a high crescent. Pivot your back foot, open up to a warrior two. Make sure you're keeping your weight in the center and you're not letting that right knee rotate in. Keep it in line with the ankle. Reverse warrior, right hand reaches up and into your back space. And into an extended side angle. Maybe you go right forearm to your right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Maybe that right hand goes down to the earth. Cartwheel the left hand down to the mat, and we're going to pop that left foot in just a bit as we come to a pyramid. So both legs are straight. We're folding over the right leg, and you relax the crown of the head towards the earth. And go ahead and lower to your low lunge. And bring your right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the right foot, lift that left foot up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee in towards the nose. We'll shift the foot forward to come to a high lunge. Pivot the back foot to open up to a warrior two. And reach up and back, reverse warrior. Coming through warrior two, directly into your extended side angle. Left forearm to your left thigh. Or left hand reaches down to the earth. Reach that right hand up a little bit further. Cartwheel the right hand down to the mat. Walk the left hand to the outside of the left foot. We're going to pop the back foot in just a bit as we straighten out the front leg. So both legs are straight. Coming into pyramid. And relax the crown of the head towards the earth. And bending that front leg, we'll lower to our low lunge. Bring that left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. This time, let's do our vinyasa flow. You can do whatever version you like. If you want to lower down to a table and then lower to your belly, you can do that. If you want to lower to your plank and then lower your knees, you can do that. Or you can chaturanga. So as you lower, everybody exhale, lower your version to the mat. Inhale up into your version of a back bend, maybe Sphinx or Cobra or Up Dog, and then press your way up into downward facing dog. Take your time going through tabletop if you want. And we'll bend both knees deeply and look to the top of our mat. Make our way there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. And our hands will come through heart center. Open up alongside, mountain pose. Okay, inhale, both hands up. Exhale, big forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to a plank. Shoulders are slightly in front of your wrists. Really push those shoulders away from the earth. We're going to hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lower first one knee and then the other. And let the hips sink back to the heels. As you lower your forehead to your mat for child's pose, maybe this time bring the arms back alongside the body. And we're gonna bring our weight up into a hero pose. So we're sitting back on our heels. Tuck the toes. And we'll start first, interlace the fingers and roll out the wrist. And bring the hands down alongside the body. We're going to lift the arms up and come back down. Lift up and down. 4, 1 more, and 5. Now as we come this time, we're going to stay up. Right hand is going to reach back for that right heel. And maybe that's what you do today. You can just reach up with that left hand. Or reach forward. Maybe reach back with the left hand as well and go into a camel pose. Go ahead and raise back up. Swing those legs around. And we'll roll down onto our backs. Let's raise that right foot up to the sky. Left leg is bent, left foot is planted to the earth. And we'll start by making our ankle circles. We'll go in the opposite direction. Again, we'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh. And this time, draw the legs into the chest as far as you can on their own. And then reach back behind the left thigh to interlace the fingers. And we'll lay back down on the mat, pulling the legs with us to try to deepen the stretch a little bit more. left foot down to the mat. Arms are going to come out to a T. And let the legs fall over to the left. So maybe the sole of your foot or your toes or something meet the earth. And you can find a good twist there for your hips into your spine. Make sure you're keeping both shoulders anchored to the earth. And maybe look over that right shoulder if it feels good. We'll draw the head up to center first, and then the legs. Go ahead and plant the right leg, and the left foot will go up to the sky and begin making ankle circles here. Go in the opposite direction. Cross the left ankle over that right thigh. Draw the legs up towards the chest. Reach down and interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. And gently lay back, pulling the legs with you. Release that right foot down to the earth. Arms will come out to that T, and let the feet, or the legs rather, fall over to your right side. Once you feel steady with the spine, make sure both shoulders are anchored. And if it feels good, look over that left shoulder. Draw the head up to center first, and then the legs. Step down with that left foot. We're going to walk the feet as close to the sits bones as we can get them, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Go ahead and begin to peel the back slowly up off of the mat, pressing the hips up to the sky. And the hands are going to press down into the earth for a supported bridge. Keep the knees pressing inward. And very slowly begin to roll back down to your mat, making contact with one vertebra at a time. Straightening first one leg and then the other, about as wide as your mat, finding your corpse pose, preparing for Shavasana. If you like to add any extra props to make this part more comfortable, I encourage you to get those now. Maybe you like to put a blanket over top of you, or put a sweatshirt on, or socks, whatever feels good. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. Relax the toes. Relax the feet. Relax the calves. Relax the thighs. Relax the hands. Relax the arms. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth and release the jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting gentle movement back into the body. And whenever you feel comfortable and ready, you can roll over to one side, cradling your head with your arm. No matter how carefully you prepare or plan, there's always going to be people that come into your life that you never would have imagined. There's going to be opportunities presented that weren't in the plans. And there will be challenges that you would much rather not have to deal with. The reality is that how we approach these things, the attitude that we bring to it, will very much impact the outcome. What lens will you choose to see each of these experiences with? All things are temporary and fleeting, the bad and the good. So as you make it through one season at a time, remember to try to use the lens where you do find the good in that moment, in those people, and even in the challenges. If you could draw to mind the intention that you set at the very beginning of your practice, sometimes it's that same intention that we've been working on for week after week. Sometimes it changes every week. Regardless, I encourage you, I invite you to bring it off of the mat with you, to let your practice follow you, to use your breath, to use this grounding, this centering feeling. And whenever you're ready, you can join me in a seated position. Thank you for coming this evening and spending time together, sharing your energy with each other, with me. Thank you sincerely for letting me be a part of your practice and this journey that we're all on. It's more than a gift that I can ever tell you, so thank you. And we'll close. Namaste.